Hey everybody, this is True Disciple, and I'm excited to be bringing you Game 3 of Biscuit versus DeLoAdEr. This is a clan match. It's IPS versus NK, and basically the setup of this clan match is there are 4 matchups, so 8 players going against each other in 4 matchups, in 4 one-on-one best of 3s, and then also a 2-on-2. As well. The team that is able to take 3 of the matchups, all of the matchups are best of 3, and the team that is able to take 3 of those best of 3s, since there are 5 of them, is the winner. So that is what's going on here. Here we are following Biscuit and DeLoAdEr. The other games are going on at the same time, but not the 2-on-2, so I'll probably be casting live the 2-on-2 after this as well, which should be pretty exciting to get some 2-on-2 action. But the other games are going on at the moment, and I won't reveal or say who won this in these casts, as I would like to probably be casting some of those, and I don't want to give any of these stats away. But there are some pretty other exciting players, like I know Yaz is playing in another matchup right now, which I'd be excited to cast some of his games, as are some of the other players from NK and IPS playing right now. So let's get into this game. We are on Metalopolis, and this is DeLoAdEr versus Biscuit. Biscuit is playing for IPS, and DeLoAdEr is playing for NK. And they are spawning in close air distances. I believe this is the map where this is the version of the map where close ground locations are not allowed. So both players will know that they are either spawning across by the air gap or diagonally across from each other. So I think that from DeLoAdEr style play, I would say that these current positions will probably favor him more. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know that Biscuit is macro intensive. He likes to get that early expansion before the pool, which is pretty common for Zerg that feel comfortable with their macro and feel comfortable with being able to deal with early harass and early bunker rushes, as we saw that Biscuit did so effectively in the first game, able to deal with that quite nicely. So we'll see if he is able to do that again. Here we see again that these these clan ladder match games, they really like to throw down this nice supply depot here. As I learned recently, it is to stop that block off, that early block off of the ramp to kind of wall someone in, which I think that's very nice. Adds a little extra evenness, a little bit of fairness to the game. Takes away one cheese, and you could say, well, it's not cheese if it works. But in my opinion, I think cheese, which gives an unfair advantage, well, I think that would not be cheese. That would be considered unbalanced in my mind. So with that being said, we see Biscuit is pushing out with his scout. So he did have his overlord. He does know where DeLoAdEr is, but he still wants to kind of see what's going on. So I guess he is just sticking out the Zelnog watchtower. He's going to hold it with the drone, and he did see the SCV come by. I wonder if he's going to try to slow this SCV down or do anything to it, or meet it. No, it doesn't look like that. Biscuit again placing his overlord very smartly. Very smart Zerg player, putting his overlord over his hatchery while it's building, so he's not going to be seeing any kind of that cheese, as they call it, from any kind of bunkers or anything like that. And he will see this SCV, even if the SCV tries to sneak around. The SCV could possibly sneak around over here, but I think he would even be spotted here, and if he even tried to throw a bunker down over here to attack the mineral line later on. But meanwhile, we see, look at this Marine is pushing up, but these drones are going to be taking care of business, and this is what I'm talking about, this early pressure that you can expect to see from a Terran player against a Zerg player that goes for hatchery first. You will almost always see some kind of early pressure, but DeLoAdEr, now knowing that his window of opportunity is over, is pulling back his troops, as he's got to know by the timing that that Biscuit definitely has his spawning pool up by now, and will have Zerglings on the way as well as queens. And he does indeed, as we can see, he has one. Does he have a second queen yet? No, not a second queen yet, just one queen on the way for the moment. He is saving up quite a bit of minerals. He is going for an early second expansion. Now look at this. Now this is what I'm talking about. Biscuit he's loving his macro, and even more so in this game. He's going for a third expansion, and I wonder if DeLoAdEr is going to notice this, and if he does notice it, how he's going to react. But knowing Biscuit, he's going to try to keep map control with these lings. He's going to try to keep DeLoAdEr turtling and keep him from pushing out, which is exactly what Biscuit wants right now. Biscuit wants DeLoAdEr to stay in his base and build up, because DeLoAdEr's got to be thinking, you know what, I'm on 2 bases as well, so I'm doing very well, and I'm going to be able to build up my army and push out. But Biscuit wants him to stay in there so that he can keep going with his third base, which is a very early third base. I mean, he threw this down on before the 5th minute. So, I mean, this is, yeah, as one of the spectators is saying, macro KEK. So definitely quite intense matchup. I think as we're going to be seeing a very macro heavy games, and I definitely I think as spectators we tend to like these more macro heavy games, as it just gets very exciting when you see big armies go against big armies, and even at that level. At this level of gameplay, when you're playing on a lower level, people tend to just move their armies in, but we'll see high level of micro that these players do in controlling multiple drops that even as a spectator unable to keep up with all the drops that are going on at the same time. We do see that Biscuit is pulling his troops back. He does not want to lose these early Zerglings, and he is not getting speed this time, which is different than any of his two previous games. In both his two previous games, he got speedlings right away. He did go into heavy roach afterwards, and he didn't really use that speed in the other game. But he is, look at this, he is going to be getting speed after all. So I wonder if he's going to be going for the heavy speed or not. He is throwing down a spine crawler, as he does not feel completely confident in his defenses right now, and he does have one Ling kind of chilling out here to keep an eye on what's going on. But these two Hellions do have control of the Xel'Naga Watchtower. I didn't see if there was a drone still there, and if that was spotted. But I do believe that probably was spotted by Biscuit. And now DeLoAdEr is moving out. He is going to be checking out what's going on. And the question is will he poke up this ramp to see what's going on here? No, he won't. He's basically just running around, and he looks like he's just going to be burning down these Lings and doing a great job burning down these Lings. He did lose one of those Hellions to the Queens and Lings, and he only has three left now. He needs to be careful. He's going to just push in. It looks like he's going to sacrifice them to get some drone kills, and look at him getting a massive amount of drone kills. However, I don't know if this was very cost effective in the end. He lost 400 minerals worth of units there, and let's check real quick on that, the workers kill. Only 3 workers killed total. He did roast a lot of Lings, but even so, I still don't think that it was worth it in the end, losing those. I mean, he's only lost 4 units compared to the 13 and 3, but if we check the, let's check the units lost tab real quick, or what is it, man, I can't remember my things anymore. This was really bad, guys. Units lost, there we go. So for units lost, actually completely even, 400 to 400 on that units lost tab. Let's bring up them nameplates, shall we? But bam! Much better. Much better. So we see that very even supply for both players. Biscuit getting a little bit supply blocked. I'm wondering if he maybe lost an Overlord. Well, there is a Marine position here. Maybe he did do a Sacrificial Overlord to kind of see what's going on. And look at this. We got Banshees coming out for DeLoAdEr. Definitely unexpected play as far as I'm concerned. But this is going to get spotted, but it might be too late for anything to happen. Although there is already a Spore Crawler here, and we have 2 Queens here. 3 Queens here waiting, as another one just pops out, and they will kill one of those Banshees, no problem. There is already a Spore Crawler here that will be able to deal with this, and these Banshees are completely worthless. Not able to do a thing. Let's check the protection tab and see what's following up. We do see Dropship is coming out for DeLoAdEr, as well as Siege Tanks and the Combat Shield. At this point, the players must be so tense. This is game 3 of a best of 3, and we are at 1-1, and so both players have got to be pretty tense at this point in time. And look at this, he is, Biscuit, just to play it safe, he is getting this Overseer, as he does not know if the cloak is being researched or not. It is not being researched, but it is better to be safe than sorry, and when you see those Banshees, you definitely want to get you get that as soon as possible. And gonna lose that, unfortunate. A little miss micro there, but I think that all he wanted to do was kind of weaken this. And here we go, the push from DeLoAdEr. However, he's got to be careful for these Banelings moving up. Oh, but very nice play by DeLoAdEr, able to kill most of those Banelings, only losing 3 of his Marines to the Banelings. The dropship up here, kind of spotting and dropping up here at the same time. Gonna push in, gonna try to take out this Queen, and will it do it? He will be able to take out this Queen. Oh no, he won't. The clutch transfuse from Biscuit, very nicely played, and this Marine will be able to survive for the moment, and more Marines dropping out, but he is going to lose this medevac to this Masked Queen, and the Queen hopefully being able to transfuse each other a little bit more, but this looks like a little bit too much. Meanwhile, this fight is going on. We also have a fight going on down here as these Lings are trying to clean this up, but these Siege Tanks are just doing massive damage. It looks like they did clean up all the Marines on the high ground, but I think the damage is done here by these tanks. And look at these tanks just trying to go by and get to the Marines. They want to get those chewy Marines, but only able to kill 3 of them again. And definitely, I mean, those let's check real quick again because I seem to forget. Yes, 25 to more for Baneling, so that's 75 minerals, 25 gas per Baneling, and when you use like 12 of them, or however many that was, 6 or so to kill only 3 Marines, that is not worth it. In fact, 1 Baneling per Marine is not even worth it, as you're paying double the cost. And 25 of that in gas as well, so even more expensive. But look at these Banelings moving up, trying to take care of this, but unable to as the siege tank's on the low ground. I think we need to get that Baneling speed. Yes, and there it is. Centrifugal hooks are being researched, which is definitely a very smart play by our Zerg player Biscuit at this moment in time. And DeLoAdEr is just moving out with drops on the high ground, drops on the low ground, just doing a great job of keeping the pressure on our Zerg player. And look at this, while the pressure is on, DeLoAdEr taking advantage of the situation and throwing down an expansion at the high yield minerals. Very smart play, getting his 3rd base. Although, let's keep in mind that Biscuit throwing down the GG as he's unable to do anything about this push. I have to admit that I was not expecting that at this point. I was just about to say how the economy of Biscuit was just so much better than DeLoAdEr's overall, but now because of this expansion and everything else, I guess that I think that what it was is I mean, let's return to this game real quick. I don't want to leave it just yet. I think this Ling kind of spotting this. I think this is the reason that why the Biscuit GG'd. So, I mean, he did lose this base, but this base was destroyed by this siege tank afterwards. So, and now I'm going to move out from this game, and we might be doing some more 2v2. So, big grats to DeLoAdEr. Excellent game, wonderful game, and hopefully we'll get into this excellent 2v2.